Fala galera, beleza? Aqui é o Ragnar. Estamos novamente, galera, com Greedfall. Vamos continuar aqui então, galera, nossa história, né? A gente vai atrás agora do Constantin, né? Ele deu a louca aí, resolveu sair do palácio e, sei lá, foi atacado, desapareceu aí. A gente vai tentar encontrar ele, né, galera? Vamos lá então. Bom, galera, estamos aqui em um acampamento, acho que é o mais próximo de onde o Constantino sumiu. Vamos lá. Temos uns monstrozinhos aqui já. Deixa eu só dar uma olhada no mapa, galera, para ver se é por aqui mesmo. Bom, a gente tem que voltar pra cá, né? Vamos dar a volta então. Estamos indo pelo lado errado. Já era. Botei o escudo ali, não sei pra que mesmo. Pra gastar magia. Tá, vamos continuar então, galera.
This is the camp that Constantin's escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope that Omegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what happened here.
Deu merda então, hein? Cara morto aqui já.
The tents are lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and animals were amongst the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of the presence of Constantin or Katasak. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Beleza. O que tem mais? Bom. O que apareceu aqui? Não tem nada.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the area and taken this path followed by their assailants.
Caverna do Conhecimento. Bom, tem uns animais aqui.
This is a sacred place of a native cult. No doubt this is where Katasak and Constantin were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Katasach wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. But there are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Beleza.
The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly to the end. Neither Constantin nor Katasach are amongst them. A crater, without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They must have been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife, and this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Katasach have found a better means to alleviate Constantin's symptoms? Constantin and Katasach must have been visiting this place, perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened and many fell during the fight, but a group escaped down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Tá. Aqui não dá pra gente acessar, né? Que pena.
More tracks. Footprints. The ones who got away fled this way.
Nossa!
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
Mano, que aconteceu aqui, velho?
These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Mano?
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched in flames.
Mais feras aqui.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Olha isso aqui, mano. Ai, caraca, velho. Tá bom.
These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again? Or something else? More signs of an explosion. Can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
É, né? Vamos continuar. Tá ficando estranho. Cara, mais soldados mortos, mano.
New footprints. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only corpses of our own men. Where could these other soldiers have come from?
Caraca, mano. Pô, quem fez isso aqui deve ser poderoso, hein?
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Continuar.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up here.
que é isso aqui, mano? Uma estátua? Aqui parece. Bom, vamos lá.
The path stops on this overhang, and despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantin or Katasak.
Esses bichos são fortes, mano.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Sai!
May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Pronto?
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Beleza. Nossa.
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. But what could have happened here? I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see.
Cara, que estranho, hein, mano?
These vials look familiar. Katasak used the very same to stock his potions. He came all the way here. I'm going to pick them up. I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantin. What have you gotten yourself into again?
Caraca, velho. Onde a gente tem que ir agora? Ah, tem mais alguma coisa aqui?
According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge be in some way linked to this attack? That makes no sense. Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantin and Katasak definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual. But they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasak.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantin captive, he can now apply leverage to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. Regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. Perhaps we could return to Wenxavier in order to learn more. Katasak may have returned there. His Voglendyke might be able to tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers participated in the combat. Or at least the end of it. They must have some stories to tell us.
That trail seems a better one to follow. Katasak is a good man. But the soldiers and the lions have already betrayed you.
That is true. But I do not see how they could have made these animals obey them. However, one way or another, Constantin is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
É, né? Tá, vamos lá. Tem como descer aqui? Não tem. A gente vai ter que dar... Ah, tá. Tem como passar por aqui. Bom, galera, estamos chegando aqui já. Vamos ver o que a gente encontra, né?
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the honor?
Desardet. I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay. But we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, milady?
Bom, vamos lá, né?
I am looking for Constantin Foi, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rattle?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive, wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke. We've had neither reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Explain yourself, Captain. What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything?
So the last of my men give up their lives for nothing as well? You can think of me as a coward if you like. But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Propor. Insistir.
I understand what you're feeling. The pain of seeing your men fall one after the other. The feeling of being abandoned by your leaders. The anger. But if you know anything, speak. My cousin is not one of them.
I don't know what to tell you, Excellency. I haven't stepped a foot outside camp.
I can see how difficult your present situation has become. I'm certain you haven't been paid either for quite some time. I cannot solve all of your problems. But what would you say if I took care of that one at least?
A little gold would certainly improve the morale of my men. One of the men I posted there returned during the night.
A survivor. Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway. Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
Acho que é isso, né? Vamos lá falar
I
com
need to be going.
o
I
enfermeiro.
would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Tá. Lá na frente.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
I know. I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Tá. Vamos fazer essa missãozinha aqui então, galera. Porque senão a gente não consegue falar com esse cara. Qual é a missão mesmo? Poção contra queimaduras. Tá. Aqui. Beleza.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back
Tá de
tomorrow.
brincadeira.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Vou ter que esperar passar isso aí tudo, mano. Bom, galera, estamos de volta aqui. Temos aí 13 minutinhos. Tá passando rápido aí. Agora 10 minutos. Vamos lá então. Ok, mais 3 minutos. Pronto, galera. Vamos lá agora. Saber o que aconteceu.
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Constantin and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know. My friends and other soldiers fell one after the other. I didn't see everything. All was blood and confusion with beasts and fire. But I thought I saw another islander. Big. He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield. I was wounded and I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching. Rebels. I thought to myself, they're coming to finish off the wounded. I got up with difficulty and fled. I dragged myself here. and you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Bom, vamos lá, galera. E o capitão tá lá embaixo, né? Isso é difícil encontrar o Constantin, hein?
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
Don't apologize. I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Tá, vamos lá. A voz de um homem morto. Eu tinha que interrogar mais alguém ou tô... Interrogue... Ah, tá. Onde é isso mesmo, mano? Cara, eu tenho que ir para outro mapa, é isso? Não. Ué. Ah não, aqui do outro lado. Caraca, muito longe, hein? Vamos lá então, galera. Bom, galera, já estamos aqui. No mesmo lugar onde estavam presos os eruditos, né? Vamos ver o que a gente consegue, cara. Se esses caras atacar a gente vai ter que matar eles. Eles não estão atacando a gente, né? Então é um bom sinal. Ou não. Tá estranho a musiquinha. Eles não parecem querer nos atacar.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
You dare come here and accuse us of taking him? Let me throw him out this Renaigse and his Ilkdaren. May they receive this punishment for their arrogance.
Eu ia ameaçar, mas né? Quero confusão não.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as the man who was protecting him. Katasak, one of your greatest Donegad.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to sea, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there, and many of the Renaigse were dead. We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantin. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him, to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there, and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
Coitados. Cara, é pra cá? Que coisa errada aí, hein?
Katasach. Seeing the state of his body, I hate myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to...
A intuição. Me examinar.
Afra would know how to get information from this body. I'll need to go and find her. Afra would know how to get information from this body. I'll need to go and find her. Afra would know how to get information from this body. I'll need to go and find her.
Eu tenho que... Ah, tá de sacanagem, né? Bom, galera, estamos novamente aqui. Eu troquei, tirei a senhora e botei essa mocinha aí. O que é? Oh, a gente não vai fazer nada errado não, ô. Vaza daqui. Vamos lá então.
Here is the body of Katasach. Could you examine it and tell us what you make of his wounds?
Of course. This won't be the first time I've examined a
Beleza.
corpse. We note a great number of large, blunt force contusions, covering the entire surface of the victim's body. None of the wounds could be attributed to a blade or a spear, nor are there any visible bullet entry points. Practically every bone has been broken in multiple places. The rib cage was torn open and then collapsed. The open wound reveals multiple perforations of the vital organs. Here, the borders of the wounds have been singed. The flesh is blackened, exposed to a flame, no doubt. And we also note several patches of mineral residue. They seem oddly out of place in spite of the exotic insular origin of our deceased. I would be hard-pressed to tell you which of the wounds proved to be the fatal blow, but one thing is certain.
He was smashed violently by a giant rock that was without a doubt on fire.
Yes. These wounds are similar to those given by a heated cannon shot, though in a less regular fashion.
The dead soldiers we found had identical wounds. As crazy as this may sound, whoever is responsible for this attack is capable of wielding molten rock.
In any other circumstance, your conclusion would qualify you for an asylum. But I stand on the side of the improbable. The natives' powers reside outside the body of knowledge we possess.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantin.
All your experiments. You've learned so little. You've learned to fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? or angered by what happened to Katazak.
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments of an Onol Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantin.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Kadaktas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
É, né? Então tá. A gente tem que ir atrás dessa outra mulher aí agora. Tem outro local aqui, mano. Tá. Beleza então, galera. Então a gente vai fazer isso no próximo episódio, né? Que tá ficando grandinho já aí. Nossa, essa investigação aí vai longe ainda, hein? Né? Então é isso, galera. Eu vou encerrando por aqui. Falou, até mais, pessoal.